It's always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot, woot. I'm hearing us, so let me just make sure that I don't hear us. And this way we'll let everybody come on. Here we go. I think I turned the sound off. All right. Well, good thing that I know that the sound's working tonight. So I am switching things up tonight. You can see I'm in a different place tonight. I'm in front of the beautiful book wall because I thought, you know, maybe we needed a little change of scenery tonight. So how's everybody doing today? Did we already woot? I think we should woot again, just because I wasn't quite ready. How does that sound? All right, so it's always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot, woot. So welcome, everyone. We are here for our Thursday night Must Sew TV. We're in front of the book wall. We're having lots of fun. You know, June was really a messed up kind of schedule that I had going on there. So even though we just presented our Free Spirit Club, what I thought is that I would share with you some of the fabric arrivals that we have right now. We'll feature our Free Spirit Club tonight. We'll talk about Toes in the Sand next week with our Block of the Months, just like our second, how we had been doing since the beginning of the year. I have a little bit of new fabric to show you, and feel free to ask me questions along the way. I'll also fill you in because you know what? We are having a sizzling summer clearance event right now. So my hair might be a little frizzy today because, you know, we were just cutting all the bolts, which was very exciting. But don't worry, we have lots and lots of fabric for you. And you know what? I think I'm adding a little bit to it too because, you know, we got to make sure that there's plenty of fabric for everybody on Friday and Saturday to check it out. Ugh. All right, so what we're going to do right now is that we are going to start by taking a look at our fabrics for what we are offering for our Free Spirit Club choices for the month of July. We're in July already. Can you believe it? Month number 7. Okay, so let's switch the camera view and let me know if you have any questions along the way. I have the monitor in front of me. I had Tammy cutting fabric all day today, and she's going to be cutting all fabric tomorrow. So I sent her home because I want to make sure that she was fresh and ready to be cutting fabric. So I'm going to take a peek at the comments, and hopefully I don't miss anything. All right. So let's look overhead. Ooh. So we have some really good options this month. What do you think? Oh my goodness. And thanks so much, Fran, for posting and liking. I really appreciate that. Being able to share the Patchworks love with all your friends is super important and amazing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I will put the logo away for now so that we can see all the really cool fabric. And we have here a few different options. So I know all you Tim Holtz fans are going to love, love, love this. So we chose all of the new and then added in a 12th so that we had a Tim Holtz pack of the Provisions Eclectic Elements. Isn't this just yummy to add to your stash? Love, love, love it. So I'm super excited that we have that. So our Tim Holtz collection is growing. We have lots of the monochromatic, lots of the eclectic elements, and we are just keeping on getting all sorts of yummy fabrics. We, of course, have this available in the Fat 1/8 pack or the Fat 1/4 pack. So if you're watching this for the first time and you're like, Julie, these packs look amazing, guess what? You can buy them whether or not you are subscribed to anything at Patchworks. So we put together every month the 12 fabrics in the Fat 1/8 and fat quarter size. The fat eighth size is $24.99. The fat quarter size is $44.99. Really great, nice packs. And you can also see them when you stop in the store. The next pack that we have here is our Tula Pink Tiny Beasts. And what we did is we did the 12 tiny beasts that are not the ladybugs, okay? So these all really flow together really well for both color stories. We had featured last month, which was actually just a couple weeks ago, the tiny dots and tiny stripes from the Tiny Coordinates. So all together, oh, look at how cute these all go together. So the only thing missing from these, because in total there were 38 pieces, so we have 12, 24, 36, and so the other two were the two ladybugs, okay? So I know we're out of one ladybug at the moment. We are getting more in, and we are out of one of the wide backs of ladybugs. We're getting more in there. So if you need more ladybugs, we are getting more. But these are just super exciting and super yummy. If you have not collected them yet, this is a perfect chance to pick up a fat eighth or fat quarter bundle. And then, ooh, as we jump into Halloween, we'll look at this full line. This is the Scaredy Cat collection from Rachel Hauser. And there's some really cool parts of this, including a bat houndstooth and a clamshell ghost. We're going to look at a couple of the projects that she has as well. So these are the three new offerings that we have. We have In Transit Victoria Findlay Wolf, her modern shirtings. So you'll be seeing that as an August pack offering. But you can also know that it is coming in. So if you had needed yardage because you have been waiting for it, that particular fabric line's a little delayed. And so if you've been waiting for it, just know we're going to be getting it. It probably will arrive either tomorrow or on Tuesday. And so we'd be able to hook you up with that. And then we are going to be featuring, we're planning a fun black and white month. I'm not sure if that's going to be in, August or if it's going to be September. And then I think there's one other line that's in transit right now, which is also super cool. Can't think of it off the top of my head, but we have lots of different Free Spirit coming that's not just Tula. So always gotta love our Tula. And of course, Parisville Deja Vu will be coming too. So super cool. What I want to show you right now is we're going to take a little bit deeper look into the Scaredy Cat fabrics. And then we're going to take a look at some of Rachel's free and downloadable patterns that are available for you and would make some really cute projects that you can just kind of start thinking about. Just start thinking about some Halloween stuff, okay? And then we'll also be looking at that resource in case if you've never been there. So that's pretty cool. So let's move this over. And then I'm going to go overhead and we will take a peek at the Scaredy Cat line. All right, so with the Scaredy Cat line, there are a few more key pieces here. So there's 15 pieces in total. And there's this piece here that's really cool. And I also like how there's a little bit of separation here in between these pieces. So what I should do is come up with a little block pattern for you so that we can use this in a elongated square and a square, so it'd actually be a squared rectangle kind of deal. So we should look at doing that because that's just a very interesting little motif there. So love that. Then we have these ribs, and what I like about this, because as you look here, so we know it's ribs just because, right? And here I probably should, look at it a little bit differently. But there's this really cool texture that if you're cutting it up as small strips or using this as a binding, it looks like a really nice stripe there. So that's pretty cool. These ghosts, oh, I just think they're so cool. So you kind of have an interesting maybe bat going on here. These also look like a clamshell, but then wait, you see he's a ghost. So very cool geometry there. For the bats, as I said, we have a bat's houndstooth here. Really fun. For our anatomy friends, can't you just see this? For, you know, it's kind of spooky or whatever, but then you can for, we do have, you know, some people in the life sciences look for very interesting fabrics, and I think this one doesn't necessarily have to be a spooky Halloweeny one. It can be a life sciences one too. And then we have skull and crossbones that are tossed. We have a little pet cemetery there. This one here, super, super cute. Look at this. We have the ghosts with the little itty bitty pumpkins. Super cute. And this one I really like too. It's like a crazy quilt. Yeah, Cheryl, I love Halloween too. Oh, Cheryl, did you see? Congratulations. I had forgotten to post. You were the winner of the last weekly drawing for our weekly drawing during the month of June. So congratulations, Cheryl. Isn't that one cool? I love this one. We can cover up the spider though. Then we have this guy howling at the moon. You know, this one doesn't look like it has to be Halloweeny at all, even though it has spider webs. Ooh, then some super scary bats. Rachel must really like the bats. And then this, but this here looks like, oh goodness. I think the last time I looked at this, I was trying to figure out what the name of it was. But this is, you know, just a different design, but then you look super close and you're like, oh, that's a bat. Oh, Amanda, you're so funny. I think I need to hook you up with a little bit more Halloween kit. So Amanda just said she doesn't want to count how many unstarted Halloween quilt kits she has. Well, I'm going to show you a couple more projects that you just might have to start. And then we have the scary cats. And then see this little bat here? He's kind of like a little bow tie. Okay, and then we have one with an actual little tie. And then we have the skull and crossbones. So that's kind of fun. Oh, and Beth posted that the skeletons could be super fun for X-ray techs. Yes, that would be super fun. All right, so that is the 15 pieces from the Scaredy Cat collection, which just arrived, and so that's super fun. And so that's by Rachel Hauser. I'm going to show you two fun project inspirations that are free and downloadable patterns from the Free Spirit website. So let me quick grab those links to share with you so that if you had wanted to from home, download those. Here you go, and I'm going to show you. So I put them in one post there, but there's two separate links, okay? So I am going to see if I can share my screen so we can hop over to see them. Let's see here. Let's see if I have the technology happening today. All right, so if I go to, let's see here, okay, let's do the first one here. You probably don't need to hear me sing. Oh, you know what? So last week I sang something. I forget what I sang, but what's really crazy is that Facebook censored me after the fact, saying that I had copyright infringement because of music. Isn't that crazy? So I can't sing for you anymore, even though I really like to sing. Okay, so crazy. Let us hop over to sharing the screen. And I'm going to share a tab with you. Okay, so we're going to share this one. Let's see if I did it right. Da-da-da. Here we go. All right, so on the Scaredy Cat Skelly Wall quilt, you can see here that it is a super fun project that you cut out shapes and you applique them on to create this really interesting quilt. So let's just go to the download pattern, and if I click on this link, so I'm going to share this. Can you see it? Let's see if you see this. You tab there. Okay, so I clicked on it and I don't think you can see where I clicked it, which is not a good thing. Oh, I see, because it went down into a zipped file. So that's why you couldn't see it, because it actually didn't go to anything. It's actually a downloadable thing. So you get a zip file when you click on that, and in the zip file, I'm going to open it so I can tell you what the dimensions of the quilt are. And for that particular quilt, it's more of a cut and paste kind of thing with the applique. So it's not necessarily super advanced, even though there's a lot of pieces. The most important challenging technique in there would be that you have the precision of cutting things out and then paying attention to where you're putting them. So let me just see if I can open this, and if I can't, then that's okay. So it's not quite opening. Oh, here it is. There we go. See, you're getting a play-by-play of what's going on here. Maybe. All right, so I'm going to hop over, and you can see there that that is the first one. Did it open up for us? It did. Okay, so it is a 32 by 42 inch piece. So it's raw edge fusible applique, not too hard, and it works with a bunch of fat quarters. So you would be good to go if you got the fat quarter stack of this, and then what would be super cool is getting the crazy border, which one of you had suggested would be super cool as even a cheater quilt. You know, you could have this be in the center, you could embellish it. This could be super fun for doing some embellishment on that. So let me hop back here because I think I'm still small in the corner. And you probably want to see more of me. So let's come back here. All right, here we go. So this would be cool to have a border on the side, and then you could also have this be embellished. You could practice some fun stitching, you know, and if you had wanted to get into embroidery, you could even use this to actually use this as a pattern for your stitches. And what about getting glow-in-the-dark thread? Oh, that'd be so much fun. What probably would be more practical is just using your Orifloss, though. What am I even thinking? So if you used your Orifloss, you could use white, or you could get different colors that you could then embellish on there. So that would be pretty fun. All right, so let us hop back here, and then I'm going to also show you, oh, Joe shared that it would be really a cute apron. Yes, so that is a true statement. And Linda, you said you're not seeing it, and so I did take it away, but I wasn't able to show you that screen where it showed you part of the pattern. I'm not quite sure how to do that, so I apologize that, oh, actually I can do that. I can. Thank you for coming with me on my journey here. So if I share with you my entire screen, right, I can share this. We will come here. You're going to see my secret screen for a second. And maybe we see this, maybe. Okay. Here we go. And we are going to, oh my goodness, this is craziness. We're going to come and look at this. So you can see here that it is 32 by 42, and it's a fat quarter friendly pattern. So pretty simple, pretty easy. And you would have to, when you're putting this out to get your layout, you would be printing out the papers and then taping them together in order to make it. And then these are the shapes. So pretty easy shapes. And if you're doing it as a wall hanging, you wouldn't even have to do it. You could just do an all over stitch on it. You wouldn't have to do any sort of like satin stitch on everything. So that is that guy there. All right. Whew, craziness. So that is the first pattern that I wanted to share with you. The second one that I want to share with you, we won't go through, since that was a little bit craziness. We won't go through the second sharing. We'll just look at the big picture of it. And let me grab that link. That is the pumpkin patch quilt. So who likes to sew for Halloween? I think a bunch of you said that you do, which is super fun. I like Halloween. We're going to do a tab. And come here. And here we go. Share. So this one here is probably more for most of you who like to do a little bit more piecing. And there's pumpkins, and then we use that beautiful piece of fabric for the outside. And so there are 12 beautiful fabrics here. And so once again, that's also appropriate for 12 fat quarters. You may or may not be able to get it out of the fat eighth. I should have that off the top of my head. You might be able to, actually, which would be super cool. And then, so it's, both of these projects are very friendly for our club packs. So club members, you will get both of the printed out patterns for you in your packet, and anyone else would be able to download that. So Beth just commented that she misses sewing costumes. Well, sort of. So, you know, how many of us were, you know, sewing costumes at, you know, I don't know, Trick or Treat was at 3, so we were still sewing things on at 2. But I loved making all sorts of elaborate Halloween costumes over the years for myself, for my siblings, for my niece. I made a really cool parrot one year for her. So lots and lots and lots of fun stuff. So hopefully you'll see a little bit of that. And I have both those links there in case if you are not going to be receiving a printed out copy and you wanted to see that. So where I am here, in case if you didn't see this, if we look at this, this is the Free Spirit website. So that's freespiritfabrics.com. And then in the projects, I don't think you can see my mouse, but in that second purple banner, you see Home, Fabric Lines, Designers, Projects. Let me see if I touch that, if that follows us along. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, and so you can get all of these amazing projects. So if I type in Tiny Beasts, oh, that didn't take us to the projects. Okay. I'm showing you all sorts of really amazing things of how not to do it. See, technology isn't always perfect. So going to the projects, you can scroll through things, or you can sort them. And so here they are alphabetically here. And just lots and lots and lots of things. So if you're looking for something to do, this could be a great way to do it. And so there's some Tim Holtz projects here that I'm just pulling up. Oh my goodness, look at this inspiration here. So this is a for purchase pattern, but this is just stunning and amazing. This is a QuiltWorks pattern. That would be cool. All those flying geese. So lots of great inspiration to be able to see here. And then down at the bottom here, you see some additional Tula prints if you had not seen them before. So that is some great tips and tricks if you have not been to the Free Spirit inspiration. And oh, so Gail said here that she loves watching on TV versus the cell phone. Yes, that's actually a really great thing, especially if I'm showing you screens. It'd be kind of hard to see on a little cell phone. So for those of you who didn't know, you are able to simulcast from our YouTube channel to your TV if you like. Right. So that is our fun Free Spirit information. I hope that you like some of the packs that we have shared with you today. I wanted to just let you know, we'll be talking about it next week in our block of the month, but we do have our Toes in the Sand Block 7 available. And I think that I have a photo here. So Jackie, oh my goodness, so Jackie came, she saw us making these and wrapping them up, and so she grabbed hers and quick whipped them up and sent me a picture, which is just amazing. And Jackie's been making 2 of every block, so she had a little bit of trouble. She had to use a little bit of extra fabric to get 2 versions from this block because there are so many pieces. But this is the block here, and you can see that it is made up of, you can't see my cursor here, but each triangle has its, you have tiny triangles and then the big triangle in the center. So a little bit putsier of a block. There is, Julie Herman has already posted her information, and every month she does a really great sew along. We sadly had to send the quilt back, but we do still have plenty of Toes in the Sand books here, as well as if you had seen it and you really wanted to jump in and start making it, you absolutely can. So gorgeous fabrics. And if you have other Tula fabrics that you want to incorporate, or if you want to make it out of non-Tula fabric, they are all sorts of beautiful options to be able to make your own quilt, either as the twin size, which is 64 by 84, or as the bonus queen size, which is 97 by 96. So the queen size takes 2 blocks of each block that you make, and the twin size just takes 1 block of each color combination. I know a lot of you have been asking me about the butterfly quilt too. So we are going to be getting ready for this. We are going to let summer settle down, and we will be adding this to our block of the month in September. So that's really exciting. If you were still interested in getting a True Colors kit for the centerpieces here, and then you'd be on your own for your backgrounds, let us know. Or if you had, we also had the option where you could get the whole thing. So lots of fun different things. Plus, if you've been collecting a lot of these packs, you know what? I bet you have some really good launch pad to be able to use some color coordinated fabrics to be able to build your own collection. Of course, I'd love to sell you a kit, but I also love it when you're able to use your stash to play along. All right, so are there any questions so far on anything that I've shared with you? We have, I had mentioned a clearance event going on, and I am including a link for you if you had wanted to shop at home or preview what we have. Here is a super secret link for you. So how our Sizzling Summer clearance event is working is that you can buy as little as 1/4 of a yard or as much as you'd like. If you clear the bolt, you will get 20% off that already reduced price. So we have most of the sale fabrics are posted at $8.99 each. There are some super amazing values that are as low as $5.99. And then we do have a few wider pieces that are larger, like 60 inches wide, that would be a little bit more expensive. But just know that they're all really, really great deals. If you opt to finish the end of the bolt, the website isn't smart enough to add that clear bolt discount on there. So we will go ahead and do that on our end. Be aware that if you clear a bolt online, it might be either a little longer or a little shorter than what you thought it would be. And so we would go ahead and adjust that. If it is longer, you would have to take the whole amount to get the clear bolt, but typically it's at most 1/4 yard or so more, and more often it's a little short. And then we have found this a couple times today. If you are using one of the express checkout options, which is the PayPal Express or the Amazon Pay Express, it bypasses the pickup option. So if you are local, we'll contact you if it shows to ship it, and I see that you've used one of those options, and then we would also refund you your delivery fee because, well, you might just want to scoop up that fabric and not have to have it delivered. But of course, we love to ship, and we'll ship every day for you. So that is there. We are going to be continuing to add things. And you know what? I was walking around the store today, and someone had said to me, Julie, there's no Tula on there. And I said, yeah, I know there's no Tula on there. And that can be a little sad. And I just want to let you know it's not on the website yet, okay? So, and it's probably not fair that I'm telling you this, but it's super exciting. I am going to be adding Holiday Homies flannel to our clearance section. So this is going to be marked to $9.99. It is currently $12.99, so it's going to be marked down to $9.99. And then club members, you'd get your club discount on top of that. Or if you clear the bolt, you'd get the 20% discount on that. And if you're a club member and clear the bolt, it's still, you just get one discount. You don't get all of the discounts. You don't get compounding discounts. So that is super exciting. Who's excited about that? And we have on the, if you didn't make it already, we had that gorgeous Comfort and Joy quilt that we made up that is super, super cool. So that one here, let me just share that with you. That one is the Tula Pink Comfort and Joy quilt right here. You could make some other amazing things with it, but this is a super exciting, super beautiful quilt. So that would be a great option. So I hope that is exciting. We will also be adding other fabrics, so make sure to stay tuned. And if you came by today and if you just weren't sure if you got enough, well, who knows what you'll find tomorrow as well as Saturday. So the event is for sure going through Saturday. However, if you know me, you know that it might be continuing. For sure, the fabrics, so just super exciting, and I hope you get some good deals from there. In the other new fabric department, but not necessarily Free Spirit, just because this is contemporary fabric, so I had to share with you because it's really, really exciting. And even the quilty staff could not believe we got in these fabrics. So these are just out of the box. Haven't taken the wrappers off yet. Super exciting that I had to share with you because this is new designer we've never carried before that I thought you would love. Okay, so let's take a look overhead. And so I'm curious what you might think the designer might be. Dun, 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 dun. And so the first person who knows from seeing the fabric has to shout it out, all right? Dun, 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 dun. Who knows what this is? Does anybody know what this is? Anybody excited about it? Anybody know? Anybody know? Anybody know? Not Kim Schaefer, although, you know what? These fun cardinals could be fun. So this is a brand new designer we've never ever had before. I'll give you a hint. Yes, Diane Simons, she has it. She says, wow, 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 Charlie Harper. So we got in a few Charlie Harper from Birch Fabrics here. It's a designer we've never carried, a manufacturer we've never carried, and just got in a few pieces because, well, it's super exciting. So I'll show you in the pieces that we got. So we have that one. We have this one here, and so they're super cute. It's definitely a distinctive style, and for those of you that don't know, Birch Fabrics is actually printed on organic cotton. So it is a little bit more expensive, but because fabric prices keep increasing, it's really not that much more expensive than what our other fabrics have been. So Diane, I'm guessing that you're excited that we got these in. I'm just guessing. So this one here, this is my favorite piece, okay? Are you ready for it? Oh, because I love it. Look at this one. Isn't this awesome? It's just everybody's playing at the bird feeder. So super exciting. We just got a few pieces, so we'll look at this one here. So these will be on the floor starting tomorrow, and it will be on the website by this weekend. Oh, you know what? This is another fun one too. So this one is a little bit more of a holiday themed one. So I think this is super cute. This is the old style bird feeder, you know, bird snacks in the little Christmas stocking there. So this is part of the Holiday Best collection. So depending on how much is this per yard, this is $16.99 a yard. Oftentimes you're just using little bits and pieces of it. So gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at those guys there. And then one last piece. And so this is, I think, my second favorite piece. And you'll have to let me know, because based on who's buying what and how you like it, if we get more, okay? So the pheasant here, love, love, love it. Isn't that cool? So this here, this reminds me of a beautiful glass. So my grandmother at her house, she used to have some fancy glasses, and they were not Charlie Harper, but they had pheasants on them painted on the glass, and they were super cool. And I just think about this whenever I see that. So, whew, that is exciting, don't you think? Super exciting. So that is our brand new Charlie Harper fabric. Yay! Lots of fun stuff. See, that's why we had to, we were finally getting some new stuff happening, and so that's why I have lots of great deals to be sharing with you as all of these great new fabrics keep hopping on in, which is super, super, super exciting. Okay, so what do I have to do? I have to get my Charlie Harper online, and I have to mark down my holiday homies so that you can get some really great deals on that. And I'll do a recap for you of our monthly options for club, if you need to see those, for those of you who tuned in after. And then you got to see you'll have to go and do some shopping on our clearance, and then stop in tomorrow or Saturday. All right, so before we go, I'm going to show you again our fabric options for our club. And of course, if you see them and you're not a member of the club, just give me a message. Send me a note, stop in. We would be more than happy to hook you up with fabric, because we do make more of these packs so that we are able to share them with everyone we see, because we broadcast these programs to everyone. So let's take a peek here. So we have our Scaredy Cat by Rachel Hauser, our Tiny Beasts by Tula Pink, our Provisions by Tim Holtz. And we have the 11 new colors of Provisions, and then 12 piece that we added in to round out the collection. All of these are available on the Bolt and are super cool. So I know I am a little bit shorter today of a program. If anybody has any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. If anyone wants to see anything, since I'm standing in the store, I would gladly show them to you. Otherwise, we will sign off early today. So let's see if anybody has any questions here. I'm so excited that everyone has tuned in. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee because I had, cut all the fabric. So it doesn't look like anybody has any questions today. So I am so thankful that you tuned in. I had lots of fun showing you all sorts of new fabric, and I can't wait to see and do things with you. So next week we are going to have our Black Bonanza, and we are also going to be having our Toes in the Sand content. And then we'll talk a little bit more about our butterfly quilt launch that will be starting in September. If you are a Toes in the Sand subscriber, you will be able to pick up your packs immediately, and we'll be shipping out tomorrow. And then If you are a Free Spirit Club member, your materials are available for pickup tomorrow. If you need them shipped out, I'd be more than happy to ship them out. So thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. Stay cool and happy quilting. We'll see you soon.